Around March 15th or so, my mom called me to say she had a fever. A couple days later, she said she had pneumonia. Then the day after that, she told me Dad might have pneumonia too. That's when my brother told them that it was probably COVID. They had not realized until that point. Mom and Dad had a tendency to avoid the news. It took about 10 days for them to end up in the hospital. On the 25th, they went to get Dad x-rayed to see if he had pneumonia for sure. When he got to the doctor's office, they immediately sent him to the ER instead, and the two of them were put on in ICU that afternoon. Mom had already been intubated and was up in ICU. Dad was waiting to be intubated until he knew for sure that we'd been called, because they were going to immediately have him asleep. I never got a chance to talk to him. I just talked to the doctor. He was too sick. Dad lasted 30 days. When we got to Florida, he was still alive. We were still hopeful that he might make it. About 21 days in, they said they were going to give it a week, and if he wasn't showing any improvement, they were going to recommend we shut everything off. There were days when he was looking like he was going to get better, and then the next day everything would go downhill. He did wake up for a couple hours 2 days after he was there. They extubated him. They thought he was going to be coming out of it all. 2 hours after they extubated him, his lungs started to go bad again, so they had to intubate him again, and he never woke up again. He never found out that Mom died. And I think that in some ways that's a good thing, because I don't know how Dad would have handled it. We did a FaceTime conversation. The whole family got a chance to speak to him. He was asleep. We gave him permission to choose whether or not to fight, because at that point, things were going downhill. I'm angry. This all could have been avoided. My parents would still be alive if they hadn't had a Mahjong party because nobody told them it wasn't safe. But they didn't self-isolate because they thought it was a West Coast problem. And they were in Florida, so why would they need to worry? I miss them. I miss the fact that Saturday mornings won't be a phone call with Mom. That was what I did every Saturday morning before I did anything else. It was phone call with Mom.